going on, Fresherton fam? It's your big brother Billboard Fresherton, and you're now listening to another blog episode of Just My Thoughts. And today I want to talk about something that I feel like is timely, and right now I feel people's spirits need to be calmed. There's a huge spirit of fear that's been dispersed, or as they put on specifically the black community, and I really want to address that. It's showing that there's a huge psychosis, a spell, there's an over assurance and or just an over an a disproportionately unhealthy amount of trust within the political system from our people. Now, luckily, there's a there's just enough of us per capita right now um, that gets it, and we're shifting. We're shaking things up right now. But we really need to address the spirit of fear first before we talk about, the shakeup. That's what I'm calling the shakeup. The you know what I'm saying? So Scripture says that the Most High has not given us a spirit of fear, but a power and a sound mind. I'm paraphrasing, sorry, paraphrasing right now. But the sound mind was the part that really stuck out to me. Sound mind. The amount of crash out videos that I'm seeing, I mean, like people just going crazy, like in terror, screaming, crying. The amount of these boule cats and just even just everyday regular black folk cursing out the people who chose to show, in my opinion, political savviness. There's this vitriol that is, brewing up. It's only gonna get worse. They're gonna continue. There's a browbeating instead of saying, you know what, okay, how can we make this right? Clearly, there's something going on. Clearly, y'all are not feeling us. How do we make this right? Since we claim that we care about y'all, right? So there's a spirit of fear. It really needs to be erased. The Most High is in control of it all, literally. You know, He appoints everybody, every leader across this globe, and all for his it's all for his glory, really, because ultimately, with this fear, what I'm hoping happens is that more of us turn to the Most High. That's like, to be very much honest with you. You have to have a balance, right? You have to understand that you have no control, really, no matter how much they tell you you do, over anything that really happens globally, sociopolitically. Okay, it is what it is. There's an illusion of an being able to cast your vote, but it's just a mere suggestion. These individuals are appointed and selected. It just is what it is. And so we just have to, once you tap out, you pull the chip out from the system, you're able to see that and you have a healthy vision. You can now look at a vote, quote unquote, as a resource. You just have to use it as for what it really is essentially for, what every other community uses it for, instead of black people. But we have to understand that if we continue to just be so fearful, not only would fear drown us, but like this overly emphasis on just the system, like just this trust, like as if they're going to eventually do right by us. It's so crazy to me. I just don't get it. Both sides of this, it's they playing the same game, just differently. You feel me? But the Democratic playbook of them browbeating us, cursing us out, just acting like we're political property, we're on a political plantation, and we are political babies, as if we don't know what it is that we want. All these talking points that they continue to say that we wanted, as if they it was all engineered, and it clearly, I mean, just it exuded fakeness. There was nothing organic about the campaign that Harris was running. In fact, it was very disrespectful. And the fact that we will continue to just, I guess, take and be willing to take that punishment is the part that, saddens me a bit about my people for the most part. It is what it is. We have to have we have to have more self-esteem. And clearly, when you're feeling like this, you've shown that you have more trust in man's wisdom over the Most High's infinite wisdom. And so we really gotta get our minds right. We gotta do better when it comes to this. We cannot stay focused because on this system, because the system is failing, it's falling, y'all. And when it collapses and the dust clears, there's gonna be a huge amount of people who's gonna be looking at that dust pile and realize, oh snap, I've been focused on this and not preparation and not preparing, not creating networks across this nation like the way we're supposed to be building. We gotta get this national network and popping for real, and really start, going back to our roots with a lot of stuff. And we know what it is. What ain't said don't gotta be said. But we shook things up, and I'm glad that we did. And the media don't want to admit that. That's the hilarious part because that's why they're trying to include Latinos. They're saying, oh, blacks and Latinos. Because if they just strictly say that it was just black people, that would be an admittance to defeat. And that will start sparking ideas like, oh, snap, we are powerful. We really can shake some things up if we organize. They don't want us to, and organize us is oh God, it's hell to these people. An organized black society, and I put black in air quotes, you know, where it is I stand with that. Hebrew all day, every day. But they don't want to admit that it was just us. Because, like I said, that admittance to defeat will just create a whole snowball effect that they already didn't see a lot of this coming. They're like, oh, we don't even want to put any ideas. But I say, if it was black and Latinos, how come there was these browbeating sessions coming from black celebrities only towards black people, specifically to black men? Why weren't there any Latino celebrities coming out browbeating Latinos? During that same browbeating session, we had the BET summit with all these old ninjas talking crazy. All these black celebrities talking crazy. Not one of them mentioned the Latino community. Now it's black and Latino shook things up. Nah, it was just us. It was just us. It was just us. It was just So yo, man, I just want to send words of encouragement. It's gonna be all right. The spirit of peace. May the spirit of peace be upon each and every person that's listening to this. Share this. Let's get more organized. And until next time, Fresherton fam, peace.